Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, see, folks, sampler video series videos I've been doing for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items, eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, this is part 5 of a theme run of videos because, well, I went to a place and I bought stuff, and so I'm just doing it as part of a theme because. But anyway, it's super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. And then when everything's said and done and, you go about your day at the end of this video or midway through the video or maybe 2 minutes into the video, whatever works for you, we're all just going to go back to our lives, folks. And I mean, if you want, you can obsess over my content. Maybe it's that good for you. But anyway, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight super cool shirts. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom, it's my Cold Chamber shirt. Which, if you're not familiar, Cold Chamber's a band from the kind of early to mid 90s. They were one of the first, nu metal bands. They're kind of considered, depending on who you talk to, either kind of the first or second, proper nu metal band. Korn are usually considered to be, the first. But Cold Chamber were doing their thing around the same time. And some people specify, because it kind of depends on what you consider nu metal. Some people actually give it to Cold Chamber because they used, rap-style lyrics, whereas Korn really didn't do that. So, depending on your take on things. But regardless, they were a very early nu metal band, before nu metal was even an actual term at the time. In fact, I believe the lead singer explained at one point in an interview that back before the nu metal term came out, they referred to themselves as spooky core. That was their title at the time that they gave themselves amongst their fans. But I really like these guys. I got to see them perform in concert not too long ago. I actually have some videos from that concert. It's on this channel as well, just in case you're interested. But anyway, what am I trying for you folks? What are we doing here? Why is it part of a theme? Well, I've been meaning to hit a place called Nando's Peri-Peri for a while now, and I wanted to do some reviews. I finally made my way out, and I was like, let's do it. Let's just get it done. Since I don't know how often I'm going to be here. So I started out, I reviewed some pineapple lemonade. Then I did their mac and cheese. Then I did, I did pineapple lemonade, mac and cheese. Then I just did, I just did their chicken burger. That was what I just got through reviewing. And now I'm on review number 4. For some reason in my head it was 5, but it's not. That's not how numbers work. So what am I reviewing for you folks? Boom! It's a thing. It's one of the sides. This specifically is their Portuguese rice, which looks like it looks like that. It looks like rice. I have not been to the great country of Portugal before, but I have eaten a shitload of rice in my time. So I'm kind of 50-50 on this as far as how experienced I feel like I'm going to be. I think I'll be able to eat it. I think I'll have that down. But if there's any greater eccentricities that come with it being Peruvian that I'm not aware of, I might end up making some sort of terrible social faux pas, cause an international incident. But I do love rice, so let's try some rice. Can we get a thing? Okay, nobody told you to bounce back up. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, okay. Rice. Let's eat some rice. Been yammering for 4.5 minutes. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's really good. I'm very down with that. It's a lot like Spanish rice. But amped up. I love Spanish rice. I think it's fantastic. I could eat that shit breakfast, lunch, and dinner all day, every day. This is taking that, giving it an extra kick, giving it extra seasoning. This is really good rice. Now, if I'm going to mention anything, the consistency of the rice, maybe a little bit softer than I personally like, but, it depends on how long you cook it and stuff. I like my rice to still have a little extra structure. I wouldn't say this is mushy. It's not that bad. But it's maybe, again, just a little bit softer than I would like. But as long as it isn't hard and overcooked, we're good. And it is definitely not that. It is very tender rice. Extremely flavorful. Has a little bit of a heat to it. Not like a heavy heat. It's just a very centralized heat to wherever you're eating it. You just get kind of a warmth. Kind of is on your tongue and on the roof of your mouth wherever you're eating it. But it doesn't really radiate much beyond that. You get a little bit at the back of the throat, but that's really good. I love rice as a side. I think more places should offer rice as a side. So, yeah, this is really good. And you can just taste that there's just a lot going on. Like, the thing with rice is that rice can be as exciting as you want it to be. It's a great base for food. It's a great base for flavor. But it can obviously just be something simple and, basic and easy. That's fine, too. But, like I said, it's such a great vehicle for flavor. It's a shame when that benefit isn't used. And in this, it's definitely the case. Like, this is punchy, flavorful rice. This is definitely some of the most, not the most, but I would say, especially from a place like a chain location versus like, like a more like proper restaurant, like, not to shit on Nando's or any chain places or anything, but like, a more like actual standard restaurant. For like a chain location, I would say this is probably the most flavorful, or if not the most, very close to the most flavorful rice that I've had from like a chain spot. And it's just really good. It's doing everything I want rice to do. So, all that said, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? As a side, yes. That's some solid rice. And I think if I was going to go to Nando's again, like I said, I got the chicken burger. It came with 2 sides. So I had this and I had the mac, the Peri Mac. Both were really good. I'll be honest, I think I might actually prefer this to the Peri Mac, even though I did actually really like the Peri Mac. I'm really happy with both the sides that I got, but as somebody who really loves rice and loves flavorful, punchy rice, this is really good. My only critique, again, is just the texture. It's just a little bit softer than I personally like. But, again, it's not far off or anything like that. It's something I can certainly forgive. And just the level of flavor and everything that I'm getting from it, that's really good. Now, for other people, would I recommend it to them? Kind of. I think it's really good, but I could see it being a bit much for people. Like, depending on the type of rice that you're used to, it could be a bit much for you. Because, like I said, it does have some heat to it, and it has a very punchy flavor. By that same token, if you're somebody who's really used to, like, homemade, like, real proper rice, then obviously, I don't know exactly where this is going to fall for you. But I think if you're somebody like me who you just enjoy rice in its many varieties and you like some punchy flavor, I think it works really well, and I think it's worth grabbing. And like I said, I don't think enough places offer rice as a side, so. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, spend the rest of your year, folks. You go over there and have yourselves a truly rice-tastic rest of your life, because again, rice is just good. It just goes in everything. It's fantastic. I love it. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, you know it's the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole? Woo! Excuse me. Whew. Lots of reviews right in a row creates a gassy Brandon. But anyway, you didn't need to know that. What was I saying? But yes, it is important we run into situations in our life that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing, whatever the thing is for you. That's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're going to try yourself out some delicious Portuguese rice from Nando's Peri-Peri. Maybe it's going to be so damn good, you're going to be like, you know what I need to do? I need to travel to Portugal. I'm going to go get some real rice. So then you hit me up in the comments, you're like, man, Brandon, we got to go to Portugal and this, that, and the other thing. We got to get some rice. All right, let me move some shit around. All right, let me, it's going to take a little doing. I got to call into work and request some stuff, but we'll make it happen. So maybe like a month or so down the line, whatever the best time is to travel to Portugal, we're going to go over there, we're going to make this happen. Then it turns out that somewhere along the way, we went over there and we made some sort of error. Now we ended up in the middle of like Eastern Europe in the country that Hostel was filmed in. So now there's a whole thing and blowtorches are involved and it's kind of a not sad. Well, I mean, it wasn't great. Hostel wasn't great. It was influential. It had good things about it. I think it was filmed well. But I don't know if it's one that's really worth going back to. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you ever go back to the movie Hostel? I saw it. I didn't even want to see it the first time, but there were people who wanted to see it, and I was in that group of people. And it wasn't terrible, but I don't know, it's like I said, it's never a movie I felt the need to go back to. Anyway, bye.